Hello everybody, let's get started with VCarve. So I've just opened up the VCarve application from the desktop. Each of you will have access to this program on one of the shop computers. And I'm going to just take you guys step by step through how to bring an image in and set up the toolpath so that we can cut a simple image onto our golf cart roof. So the first thing I want to do is come up here to the Create a New File tab. And I'm just going to click on that, and it's going to bring me up with a blank space here. Setting up this is going to be pretty important to make sure that we have the proper parameters set so that we're not going outside of our actual space. The width of our tops is going to be 5¼ inches, so in decimal form that's 5.25. The height being 7.25, and the thickness we're going to set to 1/4 inch. Now, if you have a top that is slightly off of those measurements, you're best to cut it down to that size so that you can set an accurate datum point for the CNC toolpath. Once all that is sorted out, you want to just go down to your datum, make sure it's at the 0, 0. You can see this little red dot is at the bottom left. The datum is basically like the homing point for the drawing that we're going to put onto our material, and it's best to have it set on the material itself. So without further ado, I'm going to click OK on the bottom, and I'm ready to bring in an image. So I have my blank space. It'll adjust for you guys if you had a different material size in there previously. And I'm going to go up to this little open button because I've saved an image on my desktop. Now, black and white images work the best. There's also clip art available through the VCarve program. I'll just show you guys what I'm looking at for the example here. So on my desktop, I have Canucks. I'm going to do the Canucks 2 image, and it is going to populate onto my desktop just so. I can adjust the size of this image by clicking on it. Once I click on it, I'm going to be given these drag and drop kind of squares, and I can size it as big or as small as I want to make it on the golf cart top. So I'm going to bring it pretty close to the extents here. And I'm happy with that. My next step is going to be to create vectors. So to create vectors, once we have a black and white image, it's quite simple. We're going to go to this little bird looking icon, and we're going to trace bitmap. So by clicking trace bitmap, I'm going to choose black and white, and it's going to just identify all the black and white colors on the image and start to automatically vectorize it for us. So after I have black and white, I'm going to go down. I can adjust my corner fitment, adjust the noise filter, and also the fading. So the fading is going to kind of bring the image into contrast there. So I'm not going to put too much fading on, and the other two I'm going to just do defaults. Okay, once I've done that, I'm going to hit preview. I'm going to see some lines appear on the image, and I'm going to hit apply. So once I've applied that, it's as easy as going up to my toolpaths here in the top right. And I'm going to create a toolpath with the VCarve. So we're going to be doing mostly just a simple VCarve or engraving toolpath. There's other options, but for the thickness of material that we have, this one is going to make the most sense. And we're just going to do one simple toolpath for this. Starting at the top, I have my starting depth. I want that to be 0. 0.125 is the equivalent of 1/8 of an inch, and that's all I want to go. That's going to be half of my material thickness. Okay, I'm going to select my bit here. So if I go to select, we're going to have the 60° 1/4 inch V bit that is already preloaded on the router. If you don't have that selected, just open this up, make sure that is selected. It'll give you a whole bunch of options. The default option matches the tool that we have. So I'm just going to hit OK. Sometimes toolpaths will close on you. As far as these other points, we are okay to just go past them. I'm going to make sure that we have a toolpath selected. Okay, it's going to turn pink when I do that, and I'm going to hit calculate. Here we are. So my toolpath is ready to go. I do want to just make sure everything's going to work out the way I intend it to. So I'm going to turn the speed down on this preview, and then I'm going to have my material selected as pine. Fill color, I'm going to use black just so I can see clearly what's going on. And then I'm going to hit play. And here it's going to show me exactly what the tool is going to plan to do and what I should expect to see on the machine itself. So going out, around, and over some of these different parts. And I can see this all in real time. So pretty neat. I can also adjust the speed for the sake of this video. We'll move it up so that this happens real fast. It's going to pocket everything out. Because I'm using a V-carve bit, the pocket is not going to be super clean, but it is going to be able to cut it and cut some nice shapes and give some nice angles, especially these sharp images. So there you have it, the Canucks logo ready to go. And I'm happy with that. I didn't see any major things happening. So I'm going to close this toolpath thing, and I'm going to save my toolpath. Now, this is where it's going to get a little bit confusing. We have a whole bunch of different processors and files we can save under. You want to make sure it's the Linux CNC in inches, and it should be a .ngc file. So when I open this, you can see there are tons of options for different CNC equipment that is available out there. The one that we're looking for is under L, and it's going to be, like I said, the Linux CNC in inches, because all of our input has been in inches. So make sure that you have that selected. Once I have that selected as an NGC file, it's going to export the G code that I want, as long as I select an actual toolpath. So here we go, save toolpath, and I want to save it as something memorable. So I'm going to save it as my name, dash Canucks. Once I've saved that to my desktop, I can put it on the USB, and I'm ready to go over to the CNC machine and upload it there. Thank you very much for watching. Till next time.